Have you ever wondered what truly stands between you and your most ambitious dreams? What if the key to unlocking your unlimited potential and navigating life's storms with unwavering confidence was simpler and more powerful than you imagined? In this transformative video, we'll embark on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth, exploring the ancient secrets of Stoicism that can turn obstacles into golden opportunities. Get ready to change the way you relate to the world around you and unlock the best version of yourself. Let's dive deep into this adventure together. The power of perspective. Every challenge we face in life is like a piece of a grand puzzle, a mosaic that forms the tapestry of our existence. At first glance, these challenges may appear daunting, insurmountable, like a labyrinth with no discernible exit. But with patience, perseverance, and a shift in perspective, we begin to see the hidden opportunities within each obstacle. Marcus Aurelius, the wise philosopher-emperor, understood the transformative power of perception. He believed that within every difficulty lies a chance for growth, a hidden doorway to personal evolution. Each obstacle we overcome, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is not a roadblock, but a stepping stone on the path to self-mastery. Imagine for a moment that every challenge you conquer is like forging a piece of armor, a shield of resilience that protects you from future adversity. Each problem solved, each fear faced, each doubt overcome adds a layer of strength to your character, making you more adaptable, more resourceful, and more confident in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. In this light, challenges become not just something to endure, but something to embrace. They are the weights that, when lifted, sculpt our mental and emotional muscles. They are the tests that, when passed, prove to ourselves the depths of our own capabilities. So when you find yourself standing at the foot of a mountain, staring up at a seemingly unconquerable peak, remember that within you lies the strength to climb it. You have within you a reservoir of courage, a wellspring of determination that can carry you through the steepest ascents and the darkest valleys. This shift in perspective is not about denying the difficulty of the journey, but about reframing it. It's about seeing the challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities. It's about understanding that growth often lies on the other side of discomfort, that the greatest rewards are often earned through the greatest struggles. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Each challenge we face is an invitation to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. It's a chance to prove to ourselves that we are capable of more than we often believe. So, the next time you find yourself faced with a problem that seems unsolvable, a challenge that feels overwhelming, take a moment to step back and reframe your perspective. See the opportunity hidden within the difficulty. Embrace the chance to grow, to learn, to become a better version of yourself. Remember, you are the sculptor of your own character, and every challenge is a chisel in your hand. With each obstacle you overcome, you carve away the excess, revealing the masterpiece within. You shape yourself into someone stronger, someone wiser, someone capable of handling whatever life throws your way. In this journey of self-discovery and personal growth, perspective is your most powerful ally. It is the lens through which you interpret the world, the filter that determines whether you see obstacles or opportunities. By consciously choosing to see challenges as chances for growth, you empower yourself to rise above them. So, as you navigate the twists and turns of life, keep this truth close to your heart. Every challenge is an opportunity in disguise, a chance to become the best version of yourself. Embrace them, learn from them, and allow them to shape you into the resilient, courageous, and wise individual you were always meant to be. The guiding light of Stoic virtues. On our journey of self-discovery, the principles of focusing on oneself and practicing Stoic virtues shine like a guiding star, illuminating the path to personal growth and inner peace. By focusing on ourselves and cultivating the cardinal virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, we tap into an ancient wellspring of strength and resilience. These timeless ideas, born in the minds of great thinkers like Zeno, Seneca, and Epictetus, transcend the boundaries of time and culture. They speak to the universal human desire for meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, Stoicism offers a framework for living with intention, integrity, and grace. At the heart of this philosophy lies the concept of living in accordance with reason and virtue. It is an invitation to align our thoughts, words, and actions with what is good, true, and beneficial not just for ourselves, but for all of humanity. By cultivating wisdom, we learn to discern what is within our control and what is not, focusing our energy on what we can change and accepting what we cannot with equanimity. Justice, another key virtue, guides us to treat others with fairness, empathy, and respect. It is about recognizing our shared humanity, our common struggles and aspirations, and acting in a way that promotes the greater good. In practicing justice, we create ripples of positive change that extend far beyond our individual lives. Courage, in the Stoic sense, is not merely the absence of fear, but the capacity to act rightly in the face of it. It is the willingness to stand up for what we believe in, even when it is difficult or unpopular. It is the strength to face our own shortcomings, to learn from our mistakes, and to continually strive for self-improvement. Temperance, the fourth virtue, teaches us the art of moderation and self-discipline. In a culture that often glorifies excess and instant gratification, temperance is a call to find balance, to exercise restraint, and to cultivate contentment with what we have. It is about mastering our desires and impulses, rather than being mastered by them. Practicing these virtues is not about striving for perfection, but about progress. It is a daily commitment to living with authenticity, to being true to our highest values and aspirations. It is about embracing the challenges and opportunities of each moment, knowing that they are all part of the rich tapestry of our lives. Stoicism also teaches us to find freedom and peace in the present moment. By accepting what is, rather than resisting it, we free ourselves from the tyranny of expectations and regrets. We learn to appreciate the simple joys and beauties of life, to find contentment in the here and now. This does not mean passivity or resignation, but rather a proactive acceptance, a willingness to work with reality as it is, while still striving to make a positive difference. It is about focusing our energy on what is within our sphere of influence and letting go of what is not. In embracing these principles, we embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. We learn to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace, to find meaning and purpose in the face of adversity. We cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and contentment, rooted in the knowledge that we are living in alignment with our deepest values. So let us look to the guiding light of Stoic virtues as we chart our course through life. Let us cultivate wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, not as abstract ideals, but as daily practices. Let us focus on what is within our control, accept what is not, and find freedom in the present moment. In doing so, we not only transform our own lives, but also contribute to the betterment of the world around us. We become a source of light and inspiration for others, a living embodiment of the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. As Seneca once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By embracing the guiding light of Stoic virtues, we take the first steps towards true mastery, not just of ourselves, but of the art of living well. And in that mastery, we find the key to a life of purpose, meaning, and enduring happiness. The power of choice. One of the most fascinating aspects of our lives is the power of choice. Even when everything around us seems out of control, we still hold the reins of something very important: how we react to it all. Think about how many times you've worried about things that, in the end, were completely out of your control. Did that really help? Amidst the swirling currents of circumstance and the unpredictable tides of fortune, our ability to choose our response stands as a beacon of personal sovereignty. It is easy to feel like a leaf caught in the wind, buffeted by forces beyond our control. The slings and arrows of outrageous fortune can leave us feeling helpless, as if we are mere spectators in the drama of our own lives. But even in the darkest of storms, there is a light that cannot be extinguished: our capacity to choose how we interpret and respond to the challenges we face. Viktor Frankl, the renowned psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, eloquently captured this idea when he wrote, "Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." In that sacred space between what happens to us and how we react, we find the essence of our humanity and the key to our personal growth. This power of choice is not about controlling the uncontrollable, but rather about mastering our inner world. It is about recognizing that while we may not be able to change the circumstances of our lives, we can always choose the attitude and mindset with which we approach them. In every moment, we are presented with an opportunity to practice this power. Whether we are faced with a minor annoyance or a major crisis, we can pause, take a deep breath, and ask ourselves, how can I respond to this in a way that aligns with my values and serves my highest good? This is not always easy. It requires self-awareness, discipline, and a willingness to take responsibility for our thoughts and actions. It means resisting the pull of old habits and knee-jerk reactions, and instead choosing to respond with intention and wisdom. But the rewards of this practice are immeasurable. By consciously choosing our responses, we reclaim our agency and assert our sovereignty over our inner world. We become the architects of our own reality, shaping our experiences not through the lens of victimhood, but through the empowering perspective of choice. This power extends beyond our personal lives and into our interactions with others. In choosing to respond with empathy, kindness, and understanding, even in the face of conflict or disagreement, we create ripples of positive change that extend far beyond ourselves. We become a force for good in the world, inspiring others through the power of our example. The journey of self-discovery is, in many ways, a journey of uncovering and honing this power of choice. As we peel back the layers of conditioning and habit, we begin to see more clearly the thoughts, beliefs, and patterns that have been shaping our experiences. We start to recognize the stories we tell ourselves, the limiting beliefs that hold us back, and the self-imposed barriers that prevent us from living our fullest, most authentic lives. In this process of self-inquiry, we come to know ourselves more deeply. We discover our true values, our passions, and our purpose. We learn to listen to the quiet voice of our intuition, to trust the wisdom of our hearts, and to align our choices with our deepest truths. This is the essence of personal mastery, the art of living consciously, of choosing our path with intention and integrity. It is about taking responsibility for our lives, not in a burdensome sense, but in an empowering one. It is about recognizing that in every moment, we have the power to choose who we want to be and how we want to show up in the world. So, as you navigate the twists and turns of your own journey, remember the power that lies within you. Remember that no matter what life throws your way, you always have the ability to choose your response. Remember that in that choice lies your greatest strength, your deepest wisdom, and your highest potential. Embrace this power and let it guide you towards a life of purpose, meaning, and endless possibility. For in the end, it is not the circumstances of our lives that define us, but the choices we make in the face of them. And in those choices, we find the key to our own liberation and the pathway to our most extraordinary lives. The courage within. Courage isn't just reserved for superheroes or moments of great danger. It's something we experience in our everyday lives. It's the strength that gets us out of bed on difficult mornings, propels us to try something new, face a problem, or admit a mistake. Facing adversities, the unknown, our own limitations and failures requires a lot of courage. Courage is about what we do even when we're afraid. It's that inner voice that tells us, yes, this is scary, but I am stronger than my fear. It transforms us and makes us grow. Every time we face something with courage, we give ourselves the chance to demonstrate our virtue and become better. Courage, often misunderstood as the absence of fear, is in truth the triumph over it. It is the quiet voice within that whispers, "You can do this," even as the world around us shouts, "You can't." It is the force that compels us to stand up for what we believe in, to speak truth to power, and to take bold action in the service of our deepest values. In the grand arena of life, courage manifests itself in countless ways. It is the bravery of the soldier who charges into battle, knowing that death may await them. It is the resilience of the single mother who works tirelessly to provide for her children, even as the odds seem stacked against her. It is the determination of the entrepreneur who risks everything to pursue a vision, even in the face of repeated failure. But courage is not reserved only for the grand and heroic moments. It is also found in the quiet, everyday acts of bravery that often go unnoticed. It is the courage to be vulnerable, to open our hearts to love, even knowing that we may be hurt. It is the courage to stand up for a friend, even when it means risking social rejection. It is the courage to admit our mistakes, to apologize, and to strive to be better. In the words of the poet Anais Nin, life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. When we choose to embrace courage, we open ourselves up to a world of possibility. We become willing to take risks, to step outside our comfort zones, and to explore the uncharted territories of our potential. Courage, in this sense, is not about recklessness or foolhardiness. It is about calculated risk-taking, about weighing the potential rewards against the potential costs, and then making a conscious choice to act. It is about listening to the voice of our intuition, even when it leads us down a path that others may not understand or approve of. In the face of adversity, courage becomes our greatest ally. It is the force that allows us to pick ourselves up after a fall, to dust ourselves off, and to try again. It is the resilience that enables us to weather the storms of life, to bend but not break under the weight of challenge and change. Cultivating courage is a lifelong practice, a daily choice to face our fears, and to act in alignment with our highest values. It requires us to be honest with ourselves, to confront our own shadows and limitations, and to continuously push the boundaries of what we believe is possible. One of the great paradoxes of courage is that it often begets more courage. Each time we choose to act bravely, we strengthen the muscle of our courage, making it easier to do so again in the future. We begin to trust ourselves more deeply, to have faith in our ability to handle whatever life throws our way. In this way, courage becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more we practice it, the more courageous we become. The more courageous we become, the more we are able to live a life of authenticity, purpose, and joy. So, as you navigate the twists and turns of your own journey, remember the courage that lies within you. Remember that you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Remember that each time you choose courage, you not only transform your own life, but also inspire others to do the same. Let your courage be a beacon, a guiding light that illuminates the path forward. Let it be the force that propels you towards your dreams, even in the face of doubt and adversity. Let it be the foundation upon which you build a life of meaning, purpose, and endless possibility. For in the end, it is not the challenges we face that define us, but the courage with which we meet them. And in that courage, we find the power to transform ourselves, our communities, and the world around us. We become the heroes of our own stories, the architects of our own destinies, and the living embodiments of the indomitable human spirit. The essence of temperance. In a world that often glorifies excess and indulgence, the virtue of temperance emerges as a beacon of balance and wisdom. It is the gentle art of moderation, the practice of finding the golden mean between the extremes of deficiency and excess. Temperance, often misunderstood as a life of deprivation or austerity, is in truth a path to greater freedom and happiness. It is the recognition that true fulfillment lies not in the fleeting pleasures of instant gratification, but in the cultivation of a life of purpose, meaning, and balance. The Stoics, those ancient seekers of wisdom, understood the power of temperance. They saw it not as a constraint, but as a liberating force, a way to master our desires and impulses rather than being mastered by them. In practicing temperance, we learn to distinguish between what we truly need and what we merely want, between the essential and the superfluous. This discernment is at the heart of the temperate life. It is the ability to enjoy the good things in life without becoming enslaved by them, to appreciate the gifts of fortune without becoming dependent on them for our happiness. It is the recognition that true wealth lies not in the abundance of our possessions, but in the richness of our character and the depth of our relationships. In the modern world, the siren song of consumerism and instant gratification can be hard to resist. We are bombarded with messages telling us that we need more, that we should indulge every whim and desire. But the practice of temperance invites us to question these assumptions, to ask ourselves what truly matters and what truly brings us joy. This is not to say that temperance demands a life of asceticism or self-denial. It is not about depriving ourselves of pleasure, but about finding pleasure in the right things, in the things that truly nourish our souls and enrich our lives. It is about savoring the simple joys of life, a beautiful sunset, a heartfelt conversation, a job well done rather than constantly chasing after the next thrill or acquisition. In practicing temperance, we cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for what we have, rather than a restless desire for what we lack. We learn to appreciate the blessings of the present moment, to find contentment in the here and now. We discover that true happiness lies not in having everything we want, but in wanting everything we have. Temperance is also about finding balance in all aspects of our lives, in our work, our relationships, our habits, and our pursuits. It is about avoiding the extremes of workaholism and sloth, of codependence and isolation, of indulgence and deprivation. It is about finding the middle path, the way of moderation and equilibrium. This balance is not always easy to achieve. It requires self-awareness, discipline, and a willingness to constantly adjust and adapt. It demands that we be honest with ourselves about our strengths and weaknesses, our desires and aversions. It invites us to cultivate a deep sense of self-mastery, to take responsibility for our choices and actions. But the rewards of the temperate life are immeasurable. By living in accordance with the principle of temperance, we free ourselves from the tyranny of our impulses and desires. We gain a greater sense of clarity, focus, and purpose. We develop the resilience and adaptability to navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Temperance is the key to this self-mastery, the pathway to true freedom and flourishing. It is the art of living with intention, integrity, and joy. So as you walk the path of your own life, let the virtue of temperance be your guide. Let it help you find the balance and harmony that is your birthright. Let it free you from the chains of excess and deficiency and open the door to a life of purpose, meaning, and true fulfillment. Remember, the essence of temperance is not about what you deny yourself, but about what you gain in the process. It is about the cultivation of character, the mastery of self, and the attainment of a life well lived. And in that attainment, you will find the greatest treasure of all, a deep and abiding sense of peace, contentment, and joy that no external circumstance can take away. The power of gratitude. There is a golden thread that has the power to transform even the darkest of moments into beacons of light and hope. This thread is gratitude, the simple yet profound practice of acknowledging and appreciating the good in our lives. Gratitude at its core is a shift in perspective. It is the conscious choice to focus on the blessings we have rather than the things we lack. It is the recognition that even in the midst of challenges and adversity, there is always something to be thankful for, always a glimmer of light to be found. The Stoics, those ancient seekers of wisdom, understood the transformative power of gratitude. They saw it not as a fleeting emotion, but as a way of life, a daily practice that had the ability to reshape our thoughts, our actions, and our very existence. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. This simple statement encapsulates the essence of the grateful life. The understanding that true wealth lies not in the accumulation of possessions or the attainment of status, but in the appreciation of the gifts we already possess. When we cultivate a heart of gratitude, we open ourselves up to a world of abundance and joy. We begin to see the beauty in the everyday, the miracles in the mundane. We start to recognize the countless ways in which we are supported, loved, and blessed, even in the face of difficulty and pain. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to the stresses and struggles of modern life. It has the ability to shift our focus from what is wrong to what is right, from what we are missing to what we have been given. It can transform a moment of despair into a moment of hope, a challenge into an opportunity for growth and learning. The practice of gratitude is not about denying the reality of our problems or the existence of suffering in the world. It is about choosing to focus on the good, even as we work to address the bad. It is about finding the silver lining in every cloud, the lesson in every failure, the gift in every loss. When we approach life with a grateful heart, we become more resilient, more adaptable, and more capable of finding joy and meaning in even the toughest of circumstances. We develop a deep sense of trust in the unfolding of our lives, a faith that everything happens for a reason, and that every experience, no matter how painful, has the potential to teach us and transform us. Cultivating gratitude is a daily practice, a choice that we make moment by moment. It requires us to be mindful of our thoughts, to catch ourselves when we slip into patterns of negativity or complaint, and to consciously redirect our attention to the blessings in our lives. One powerful way to cultivate gratitude is through the practice of journaling. By taking a few moments each day to write down the things we are thankful for, we train our minds to seek out the positive, to notice and appreciate the good in our lives. Over time, this practice can become a habit, a natural way of seeing and experiencing the world. Another way to cultivate gratitude is through the practice of sharing our appreciation with others. When we express our gratitude to the people in our lives through words, actions, or simple gestures of kindness, we not only lift their spirits but also deepen our own sense of connection and belonging. Ultimately, the power of gratitude lies in its ability to transform not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. When we live with a grateful heart, we become a source of light and positivity in the world, a force for good that inspires others to see the beauty and abundance that surrounds us all. So, as you navigate the twists and turns of your own journey, remember the power of gratitude. Remember that no matter what challenges you face, there is always something to be thankful for, always a reason to keep going, always a glimmer of hope on the horizon. Let gratitude be your guiding light, your North Star, your compass in the storm. Let it fill your heart with joy, your mind with peace, and your life with purpose. And in the end, you will discover that the greatest gift of all is the ability to find beauty and meaning in every moment, to live a life of abundance, grace, and endless possibility. As we come to the end of this exploration of Stoic wisdom and the transformative power of focusing on ourselves, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on the insights and ideas that have resonated with you most deeply. Perhaps it was the idea of seeing challenges as opportunities for growth and self-discovery, or the notion that true freedom lies in our ability to choose our response to life's ups and downs. Maybe it was the concept of cultivating courage as a daily practice, or the understanding that temperance is the key to a life of balance and contentment. Or perhaps it was the realization that gratitude has the power to transform even the darkest of moments into beacons of light and hope. Whatever your takeaways may be, I encourage you to carry them with you as you navigate the twists and turns of your own journey. Remember that the path to a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment is not always easy, but it is always worth it. It requires courage, discipline, and a willingness to constantly learn and grow, but the rewards are beyond measure. As you continue on this path, know that you are not alone. There is a community of seekers and learners, of individuals committed to living with intention and purpose, who are walking alongside you. We are here to support you, to encourage you, and to remind you of your own inherent wisdom and strength. If you have found value in the ideas and insights shared in this video, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you not only support our work, but also help to spread these timeless teachings to others who may be seeking guidance and inspiration on their own journeys. Remember, the wisdom of the Stoics is not a distant or abstract philosophy, but a practical and powerful tool for living a life of meaning and purpose in the modern world. It is a reminder that we have the power to shape our own reality, to find joy and contentment in the present moment, and to live in accordance with our deepest values and aspirations. So, as you go forth from here, let these teachings be your guide and your companion. Let them inspire you to live with courage, wisdom, and grace, to find beauty and meaning in every moment, and to create a life of purpose, passion, and endless possibility. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and transformation. May your path be filled with joy, wonder, and the unshakable knowledge that you have within you, all the wisdom and strength you need to navigate life's challenges and emerge victorious. Until next time, remember, the power to transform your life lies within you. Embrace it, cherish it, and let it guide you to a future beyond your wildest dreams.